Hi, if you've been following me, you know that my name is Jennifer and I make delicious food and give you a great tip of the day at the end of the video. Today we're going to go ahead and make sweet and sour chicken with rice. First things first, your ingredients will be 2 pounds of skinned and boned chicken thighs, 2 pounds, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper. You're going to need 1 small onion diced, 1 red bell pepper chopped. You're going to need 2 green onions chopped as well, or diced in little small pieces, a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, which is this, little pieces of garlic, a half a teaspoon of this. You're going to need 1 cup of rice, you're going to need 1 cup of sweet and sour sauce, and you're also going to need 1 cup of chicken broth, less sodium, fat-free, recommended. You'll also need cooking spray. First things first, you're going to go ahead and chop your meat into little pieces, about yay big, little chunks, where it looks good. If you like them a little bit bigger, you can make them a little bit bigger. If you like them a little smaller, it's up to you. First thing, we're going to go ahead and spray our frying pan. You're going to need a frying pan, a pretty big one, pretty thick, 2 inches thick, 1 inch, 1.5 inch thick. Spray it with Pam. Turn it on medium-high heat. Put your chicken in there. Lay it all out. Sprinkle your salt and pepper on it. And brown it for 2 to 3 minutes on each side till it gets a little tan brown color to it. Go ahead and show you what that looks like. A little tan brown color to it. Take it out of the frying pan and set it aside. Keep the juice and the liquids and everything that's inside the frying pan and the little bitty pieces that you can't get out with your little tongs. I like to use tongs to stir around the chicken. And you're going to go ahead and add into the frying pan with the juice, with the chicken juice, you're going to go ahead and add in your green onion, your red bell pepper, your regular onion, your garlic, and that's all, and your garlic, You're going to go ahead and turn that on medium-high heat, just like you did for the chicken, medium-high heat, and you're going to saute it for about 5 minutes, which is like stirring it around a little bit and letting the heat get to it. Go ahead and show you here, let the heat get heated up, and I'll show you what I mean. Go ahead and show you, this is what I mean by the onion, and the pepper, and the garlic. And you just let it simmer a little bit, stir it around every so often. About 5 minutes stirring it around, cooking it, heating it up, making it get a little bit darker. Looking good. Smells good too. Go ahead and let that saute. Go ahead and get your rice, your sweet and sour sauce, and your chicken broth together because we're going to be needing that next. Go ahead and get a little bit more stir. You don't want to let it sit there and get stuck because there's a burn on that one side. You want to stir it occasionally. Not too often, but not too less. You don't want it to stick. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our rice. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our rice in there and let that saute for about 2 minutes. Until the rice is a little bit clear to where you can see through it and looks a little bit done. Go ahead and pour that in here. There we go. 1 cup of rice. There we go. Mix it around a little bit. It's almost like making fried rice. Make sure you add the peppers and stuff in with the rice, and you spread it around, and once it starts getting that chalky look off of it, like rice has, then you're good. For about 2 minutes, 2 minutes for this. Looking good. Go ahead and show you what we're looking like here. Looking really good. And you see how it's starting to get a little bit clear and losing that chalky look. Let it sit for a minute and then we'll stir it around again. Thanks for joining me to make some sweet and sour chicken with rice. It's going to be delicious. 2 pounds is a lot of chicken, but it'll shrink and be covered in sauce and it'll be just so delicious you won't realize how much chicken you've had. Alright, that's looking good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add in the sweet and sour dressing and the broth. We're going to stir that in with it while we're stirring it. Alright, let's go ahead and add in our dressing, our 1 cup of sweet and sour dressing. Go ahead and pour that in there. Go ahead and cut the heat back a little bit to about medium so it's not so loud and not cooking so hard. There we go. Get some of that heat away. Go ahead and get our 1 cup of chicken broth. Woo! Make sure you don't burn yourself. There we go. Now it calmed down. We're going to stir that around a little bit. Go ahead and show you what it looks like here. Looks good. Stir it around. Okay, turn the heat back up a little bit. You're going to bring it to a boil. We're going to add in the chicken and we're going to bring it to a boil. See how it's starting to boil? Now let's add the chicken. Go ahead and put the chicken in there now. And while the chicken's in there, we're going to bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, like a boil, like really boiling, we'll reduce the heat. We will cover it and let it settle for 45 minutes. Then you check it in 45 minutes. You stir occasionally. Come over here and stir it about every 5-10 minutes. Make sure you stir it occasionally. You check it, and if all the liquids are gone, it's done. If the liquids are not gone, cook it a little bit longer, but not too much. But keep an eye on it, because the liquids will go pretty quick. There we go. Go ahead and show you what it looks like with the chicken in there now. We're going to let it boil for a little bit. Stir it around a little bit. So the rice is not sticking. There we go. Gotta let it come to a boil here. And then we'll cover it with a cover, turn the heat down a little bit, reduce the heat a little bit, cover it with a cover, let it simmer for 45 minutes like I said. When all the juices are gone, if the juices are all gone when you check it, make sure you stir it occasionally. When you check if the juices are gone, you're all done. There we go, it's starting to boil. So while I go ahead and, excuse me, got a frog in the throat. While I go ahead and let mine cook so we can have a good dinner, I'm going to go ahead and give you the tip of the day. Like I said, just let it set 45 minutes. Eat it and you're good. Pardon me. Today's tip of the day, you know how you get a little stain on your shirt, like a little coffee stain? You know, like little stains, not big stains, little stains on your clothes, and you're like, oh no, I can't get this stain out. Here's the cool trick about it. Get some some of the denture cleaning tablets. You're going to do the directions on the back of the tablet, because it says 1 cup of water, what kind of water, warm, cold, or whatever kind of water. Just follow the directions on the packet. It's like, for instance, Effordent. I know you've seen Effordent commercials. Effordent, drop a tablet in water, take the stain that's on the piece of clothing, and hold it in there for about 30 seconds. Pull it out, and the stain will be gone. Thanks for watching me cook delicious food. I hope to see you next time we make something more delicious, and I give you another tip of the day. Thanks, bye.